back again to Conspiracy Theories Football. We got a new face to the show. We got some new stuff going on. As you know, it's coming up on the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
It's fixing to be there. Next week, we're going to have a whole Super Bowl show, and we're going to talk about the Super Bowl. But you got to ask yourself the question, what is it that we're going to do after the Super Bowl? Well, we intend to keep our show running and keep on going from week to week. We actually enjoy doing our show together. We hang out. We like this show. And so we're going to keep on going. And we're going to give you a big reveal of what we're going to do next. And this is the biggest week of the year. Everybody's ready for this. Everybody's excited. Everybody's really excited because this Super Bowl is really one of the closest Super Bowls I think we've had in a while, where just from the start you're like, man, either one of these teams could win this game. That's the way most people are. Yeah, exactly. I think that's the way most people feel about this, unless you've got a dog in the fight, you know?
Right.
Unless you're an Eagles fan. It's like we have an Eagles fan at work and a Chiefs fan at work, and both of them are like, man, we're going to drag them.
Who's the Eagles fan?
Chris Whitehead's the Eagles fan.
Okay.
But Chris
we know who the KC fan is.
Chris actually got online and found this thing, and they say it's they slipped the score to the Super Bowl, the script.
Oh yeah, 37-34.
37-34 is what they say it is. But if it ends up being 37-34, which I know they won't let that happen. And hell, you know, that may be Vegas slipping crap like that too. Like, you know, just to get people to bet one way or the other, you know.
Yeah.
Another conspiracy theory.
Right.
Don't want to influence anybody.
No. Listen, they got the line for the conspiracy theories too now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they'll do it just for the people that think like that too now.
Oh yeah.
They don't miss anybody, right?
Oh,
they motherfuckers are good.
We think now, the way that the gambling is launched, football and everything, that this XFL thing is going to take off now, and it gives Vegas another thing to make some money on, and we're going to try to get that out there and help you guys with the XFL the way we did this year with the NFL. But the thing that's great to me about the XFL is we get an opportunity to get in on something that's basically ground up. It hasn't taken off yet. Obviously, there's been attempts, but we're just saying from this point on, it could take off and be a big thing, and we're actually hopeful that that happens. And we want to be there to help promote it, get it going. So XFL, if you're watching this, give us some merch. Let us wear your stuff.
Let's get it, XFL.
We've not introduced yet Leslie Davis, our new host.
Yeah, interim, hopefully.
We're hoping not.
We're hoping not.
We all call him the mayor.
The mayor.
And he's been our cameraman, but like I always tell people with Mater here, you know, there's some people that are kind of quiet, but when they speak, everybody stops and listens. And the mayor and Mater, to me, are those kind of people.
And himself. Yeah.
A lot of people, I talk all the time though. So hello, this is me again, Paul Bunyan, giving you another commercial. You know, right now we're not getting actual sponsorships from anyone, so I've actually just started doing ones that I really support these products. And this isn't me getting paid, I'm just telling you something that's a really good product. You know, from the guy that brought you Stop Crapping Your Pants and get you some kratom, I'm bringing you today the Fresh Breath Orbit Gum. This stuff is so many awesome things. You know, you've been out drinking, you driving, that cop comes and pulls you over, man, grab you 3 of these suckers, stick them in your mouth, that man comes up to you and he's like, you been drinking? You know, he'll be like, I believe you. And, you know, no matter which way it all goes, we're happy to give it up. And
it's all love.
Exactly.
Look, we had a co-host that fell off on us, and we both was making sure, as long as he didn't get that money, and Jack Daniel us to death on this damn show, we happy, man. So either one of us win, we had fun. Like he said, But we're not leaving y'all, man. We're gonna come up with something else to get right back in you guys' face. Keep supporting us, bro. We love you.
Next 2 weeks will be a brand new season.
Exactly, and like we've told you on the last show, the next thing's gonna be we're going into the XFL for you. We're picking teams right now. We're in the process of it. One of my teams I like was St. Louis. I love their colors, and that's gonna be my XFL team. And we're doing research and stuff. We're learning all we can about it. We'll come back.
So for the record, you like St. Louis because of their color right now.
Exactly.
That's for the record. That's on record.
And I
You
think
like y'all colors, man. Colors will get you a fan. Now.
I think I've told the story before. When I was a kid, I picked all of my teams based on their colors.
Oh, yeah.
So I liked the Cubs. And I loved the Houston Oilers. Those were my favorite colors.
Yeah.
And I was an Ole Miss fan. I loved Ole Miss because at the time they kind of had Oilers colors
He's
too.
like a hen of red. And Paul sound like he like a hen of red.
Yeah, exactly. So I picked all of my teams based on colors, and I'm like, heck, the XFL's starting up. I do the same thing because when we were all young, there was no NFL team in Tennessee. And we all live in Tennessee, so we all got to pick our team based on what we like. You know, we all talked about the XFL, and we're kind of excited about it.
Man.
You know,
these guys had some great ideas, man. Y'all had some great ideas, and I loved it, man. And what was you gonna say?
I was gonna say I'm kind of like on an even playing field too, so we're going into it together.
Oh yeah. So we all on the even field, baby. Nobody knows nothing about it. He know a little bit more because he already found out some colors of some teams.
Yeah, exactly.
How many teams? Paul don't play, man.
Oh yeah.
You be on your job when you're dealing with Paul, man. He's gonna get a leg. If he can get a leg up, he's gonna get a leg up.
But it's not. I believe that this XFL, especially starting out, you might actually see a pure product for a while, and you got a chance to make these bets that you've made and possibly have more of a fair chance of winning, you know?
Not so fast, my friend. That's what I just read.
What's that?
When I asked you what was the XFL or USFL, what do, you said XFL, so I pulled it up. My man of the WWE,
Rock?
No, the owner of the WWE. What's his name? McMahon. What's
McMahon, is it?
No, it's
Vince McMahon,
yeah.
the owner of the XFL.
I thought it was The Rock Johnson.
Nah, he's the owner. He may have something to do with it. He may have something to do with it.
I know Vince was the first one.
Yeah,
he was the first owner. I don't know if
I thought The Rock bought it.
Yeah, I think The Rock is. I'm not sure, but Vince McMahon was the first to buy the XFL and started the whole thing.
Okay.
But
so
I
that's
don't.
what I read.
He very well could be like majority owner
You
of
know
it.
he probably trademarked and all that.
Yeah.
You know.
If he is, it's just this the owner of wrestling.
Yeah.
He said if the NFL could do it, I got some great actors. I can. And we should be able to surpass the NFL because they acting is horrible.
Yeah.
They just athletes, man. They don't know how to act. This guy is probably going to be a real actor.
Athletes.
Yeah.
And even if it is The Rock that owns it, what's the Rock?
Deal.
You know?
Same deal. Same deal.
Yeah.
Same deal.
But here's the thing that we're trying to let you know, though. This is early and new in this kind of thing.
Yeah, it shouldn't be so
Vegas has figured out all the tricks. They figured out all the tricks that you could come up with. You might be able to find a strategy in this XFL to win something.
Yeah, it may not be so thick in the XFL.
It's a lot of college kids getting drafted to play in this league before they go to the league that they're real good. It's nationally renowned too. So it's it may not be as many actors as because a lot of these guys is young, and I'm not sure if they didn't do well in the draft or didn't do well enough to get their money up. Then they go there and just
still got a dream of probably making it to the NFL.
That's a really important point because these guys, unlike the NFL, they've already made it. They're already making their money. Everything. If they're told to take a dive, they can afford to take a dive. Whereas these guys, are probably, you'll probably get a chance to see these people compete, and they're going to try a lot harder. I think you're going to see a lot more competition and a lot more of people trying
I hope you're right, though.
You have to be better than that other guy. You have to be. You have to make sure that you're better because if you want to make that NFL, You have to prove that you don't belong in this league. You belong in the NFL.
That's my thing about it, is that I would imagine that the NFL pays more. The NFL is more prestigious. This is like a semi-pro training type ground, because it's like the D League. However, they always had the USFL too as well, and that's been what has that been off and on, or has that been continuous?
It has been off and on.
Yeah. So if I guess if they could keep a continuous and a good D League, that we probably would see more competition, because I would think that the end result is to get to the NFL, because I think that's got the money
for the athletes.
For the athletes. Now the actors, they're gonna stay in the XFL. They good with what they're getting, because they just
And now these guys are getting opportunities, because the XFL and the USFL, both of these leagues now have TV contracts. So each one has the other side contracts. You have.
So who's the underdog?
The underdog right now is Kansas City by 1.5. So
plus 105 money line, you said.
And
plus 110.
Yeah.
Plus 105.
Plus 105 to Kansas City on the money line.
So if you bet $1 million on Kansas City, that
you get $1,050,000,
something like that. Something like that. That little 5 extra. It's 50 grand when you betting like that.
And people make that bet, and that's the thing you got to understand. That's why sometimes when you're looking at these numbers and at 59-41, and it's not that big of a difference, but when you start calculating the amount of money
on the plus side,
because this isn't 59% of the money, this is 59% of the bets. And so, once again, even if it was 59% of the money, it's like me and him, if we're doing something similar to that, and we're like, I bet 100 on this right here, I get $80 back.
Right.
He gets 105 back. That's not a big deal, But now, if we were betting like he's talking about $1 million, I'm only getting 800,000 back, and he's getting $1,050,000. It's like, it's a huge difference. It starts. That percentage difference starts changing money as it grows.
Right there, bro.
And just know, more than millions of dollars is bet on the Super Bowl. Billions and billions of dollars.
They'll never tell us the exact number.
Oh no,
we'll never know that.
They've been good on Super Bowl.
They will never. It's worldwide.
Isn't it one of the biggest gambling opportunities in the world? Isn't that a record book or something? Didn't they study that?
I don't know.
Guinnessed it up.
But I know it's worldwide now. And there's so many websites and gambling sites that you can bet on. And man, I can imagine the money that comes
in. The amount of viewers though, so they get more viewers every year than probably anything that comes on TV. So that's what drives the money. It's all advertising. They're getting rich, man.
How the hell, man, they're paying what, $5 and $10 million for a 30-second commercial?
Shit like that.
10
and 20 million. That's $5 million, Paul.
I hope we get big enough one day that Orbit's just padded my stats. Plenty of people are like me, and it's football. So those people are the ones that they're like, hey, XFL, USFL, we still got you.
Gamble, baby, gamble.
We're going to start off, we're going to pick our teams, we're going to tell you, we're going to let you know, we're going to try to give you info on this league, we're going to try to help you get excited about it. We picked our teams, we're going to tell you who our teams are next week. You guys, we're going to make it exciting. We're going to make it exciting. We're hoping to be the faces of the XFL. So remember these faces. We're going to try to be the faces of the XFL and try to get this stuff going. Have an exciting podcast, make you guys love it, make you guys enjoy it. So pay attention, be ready for it next week. It's a whole new thing we're starting, and we're excited about it. We hope you get excited about it.
Enjoy the Super Bowl, baby!
It might sound a little arrogant for us to say that, but I think we make great ambassadors.
I love the idea.
Exactly. Love it. And I think you guys will be lucky to have us as ambassadors, because we want to get your merch, we want to get you guys out there, we want people to look at those players, and the thing,
they are.
Right.
And the thing of it is, we all love our college players. Like, I remember years ago when I watched the XFL, there were some Tennessee players, man, and I loved those players. You know, everybody else was like the he hate me guy. You know, was like the biggest name.
Yeah, I remember that.
And one of the few jerseys that you can find out there now. You know, but you know, there was some Tennessee players in it. There was a receiver that played for Tennessee that was in their XFL Bowl, their Super Bowl, that he lost, but. You know, he was great. Yeah. He was a great player. It was fun to watch him. And, you know, for all you college football fans, because my dad's a big college football fan, but he doesn't like the politics of the NFL. And I think you might be able to enjoy this next league without those politics, especially early on.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow. They'll get in there when it get popular.
It might be a little bit more so now than even back then, because if it's wagering, I ain't gonna say it's enough for them to put their 2 cents in it, but if it's wagering, it's gonna be electronically on these apps. And if that's said, then we gotta figure out, hey, is it conspiracy within the USFL as well?
Yeah, exactly.
What is it?
Yeah. There's we've had a good run this year. We love you guys. We're glad you guys watched us.
Yes,
we hope you enjoy our show. This year's been great. It's going to culminate now in this Super Bowl, and you guys are going to get to watch and see our picks. They'll come up on the screen here for a little bit, and you'll see who our idea is of the winner of this Super Bowl.
You'll know before we know.
Exactly.
And the reason that is because this is a podcast to inform the people, okay, but we got a thing going on, but that we got a competition, so we don't. Nobody wants to give their picks away because that'll kind of like sway.
It gives somebody the upper hand.
Well, then that'll let us know who won.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
At this point, and sportsman, I'm still going to tell how good of a sportsman my buddy is here, because all he had to do was say, "Who you picking?"
Yeah.
I'm picking him.
Yeah.
He wins.
He wins. Yeah.
And
what's the fun?
Yeah, it wouldn't have been fast. It wouldn't have been fun.
But he was cool about it. He's like, "Nah, man, let's not do that. You know, let's not do that. Let's figure out another way." And he's the one to come up with the idea of, "Hey, we'll give our picks to somebody else, you know, we'll give it to the cameraman, and then we'll see what happens," you know, because it was hard to find a fair way to do it, because I could also do something that's unfair, and anything he picked, I'd pick opposite.
Which is fair game, that's not unfair.
Yeah, but
maybe unfun.
Yeah.
I go for that.
But to me, it wouldn't be fair, because it's not really my pick, because our whole thing has been who could pick the better teams, and then I'm not really picking the team. I'm just, you know, trying to go the other way. So I'm glad it worked out this way, and you guys both came up with it. That's awesome. So now it's like it's totally fair. We picked the team that we thought would have won. We didn't do it because of the other person's pick.
Yeah,
you
the
know,
competition.
so
Exactly.
It's been an awesome year. But the other thing that's interesting about mint gum, peppermint gum, is that they can't give you a breathalyzer. You know why? Peppermint throws off a breathalyzer.
Okay, talk to him, Paul.
Another important point that you need to know about Orbit gum. They can't even get you with the breathalyzer. Now, another funny thing that I find interesting, and a lot of people don't really appreciate, but for me, I appreciate it. Do you like warm water? I don't like warm water.
Yeah, give me cold.
I hate warm water. Can't stand it. But, you know, we work all day long. Sometimes you'll be out there and that water goes warm on you. But you pop 3 of these Orbit gums.
All of a sudden, it's cold water.
Exactly. My buddy right here has had 3. He got some warm water right here. I want you to take a drink and tell me what that thing tastes like, man.
It makes sense, man. Well, I be damned. It's cold. It's magically cold.
Exactly. It's like a frozen water, man. And I tell you what, you get about 5 of these things and you take a big drink of a cold water, man, it feels like ice cream on your teeth cold, man. But that is one of the awesome things I found out about Orbit. But so many wonderful things about Orbit gum. And not to mention, you know, being a trash man walking home, my wife will not kiss me without 3 Orbit gum. I'll tell you that right now. So go out, get yourself some Orbit gum. It has so many wonderful things that you will definitely need at some point. We were just talking next week, you know, we're going to have our whole Super Bowl. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl and go into what we think's going to happen. And You know, it's going to be a long show. I mean, there's so much stuff going on. I mean, you're going to hear stuff about the Super Bowl everywhere you listen here coming up. But, yeah, we'll talk about that. And then the next week after that, we're going to start into our XFL. Obviously, we're going to tell you who our picks are next week. And then the week after that, you're going to see who won, who took the pot, and who the loser is. You know? And so
he's gonna get his fair shot in, I promise you.
Yeah.
Hey man, if you ain't first, you last.
Hey, and let me tell you, just as
but like you said though, some of us take it more gracefully.
Yeah. The sportsmanship here was great because like I even talked to Mater about it. I'm like, listen, if you decide to just pick the same team I do, that's fair. Yeah. That's fair. I will accept it and hand over what is owed.
Vice versa with me, I would accept it at the same time. But no.
But Mayor himself made the thing where next week we're going to send our picks in to the mayor, and the mayor, you know, will know who we picked, and then at the end figure out.
We're going to reveal it for you guys.
Right at the Super Bowl.
And you'll get to see who got it all.
So who won all the money, all the marbles.
All these weeks left will be leading up to that point. And it'll be glorious. It'll be pretty awesome. And like I say, between both of us, we talked about it. And you know what? It's not even that painful of a loss when, you know.
Yeah, so you're having fun, see.
Yeah. And so,
then it's about who you're losing to. Then it's about who you're losing to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of like
certain people you just don't want to lose to.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm losing, I'm rooting for them. Man, get his. And whatever you do, beat that son of a gun there.
And let me tell you, we all give eBay a hard time, and we all give him a hard time. But let me tell you, whereas there's not that big of a competition between me and him, even us and you guys have probably seen Lil John come on here. You know. There's not that much, we don't really care that much, but all three of us did not want to lose to eBay. And I promise you, and I told Mater this, I will tell you how poor of a sportsman I can be. I will promise you that if I had a 1-point lead on eBay going into the Super Bowl, I would have said, who you picking? Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Whoever he took.
Yeah. I would have done it. I would have done it. No sportsmanship whatsoever. I wouldn't have cared how you guys felt about me either. I would have done it.
I believe probably me too.
Cow pit.
Yeah,
me too.
Oh yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Big bro. Me too, big bro.
Yeah. I would have been such a poor sport on that. But that's just because of the, you know. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then who you competing against? Like you said, we got trash talkers, we got super trash talkers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. We ain't gonna let the super trash talkers be. This guy right talking little trash. When you start talking too much trash.
Superbowl trash.
Yeah, no, bro. Nah, man. So we serious? So we just, so no more boxing.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys will all get to hear it. You'll get to see it. You'll get to see what all this stuff led up to. And next week we might even talk about something else that we might put on the line for it too. You know, just for fun, just something for fun. So tune in next week and we'll go into that. And like we say, get ready. We've given you the great reveal. We're going to start studying on our XFL. We're going to learn about the team that we're going to pick, and we're going to try to give you the best information on the XFL. So once again, after we've given you all we've given you for the NFL, we're going to give you some more. We're going to keep giving, and you're going to get XFL information. And unlike all these idiot gamblers, and I've called those numbers before to see what they give you, we win more. We win more. I tell you what, and if you ever want to call one of them, get that free pick from them, get that free pick. Listen to his free pick, then listen to us. And, you know, we give you every game for free. So, and we might not give you necessarily the winners, but we give you enough information that you will be able to pick the winner. You know, so
that's all we can ask for.
Exactly.
That's all we can ask for.
So we love you guys. We'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to tune in next week. Subscribe, like, love us.